I turned my girlfriend into one of the most popular sports bettors on the internet, and she doesn't know anything about gambling. This is how I turned her into the gambling girlfriend. Sports gambling has recently been legalised in the USA, meaning in some states, regular people can go and place a bet on the sports outcome. This meant that the population of American adults who regularly watch sports can and will now be gambling on those games. This also means that there are people out there who are trying to sell you advice on who's going to win. These people sell you picks, who you should put your money on. The thing is, they don't really know who is going to win. They are essentially scamming you with false information, how they know more about the game and they already have the winner before the game's even started. They play on your feelings, saying things like, do you like tax-free money? You don't want to know that we've won when you've lost, and draw you into the lullaby of everyone is going to win big money. Everyone who gambles dreams of that big bet and being able to buy the cars and the houses, but unfortunately that is a fairy tale. Most people who gamble are losing gamblers in the long run. I wanted to see if I could turn my girlfriend, who knows nothing about American football, into a gambling guru and see how she stacks up giving away all of her picks for free before the game started versus these so-called professional gamblers. Sports gambling, unlike blackjack or roulette, depends on the outcome of a game that you don't have any decision in. When you put down your bet, there are millions of outcomes that could happen. A player could get injured. One play could change the whole game. You just never know. That's why it's so exciting, because anything could happen. Betting on American football games is slightly different than just picking who's going to win the game. It's called a handicap or a spread. It works by giving the team that is the underdog extra points, so that if Team A was known to be better than Team B, then the handicap would give Team B plus 7 points. So if I place a bet on Team B plus 7 to win, and then they lose the game by 6 points, I would still win. Conversely, in another example, if Team C were the favourite against Team D by 4 points, and Team C wins the game by 1 point, and I had a bet on Team C, I would lose because the betting score would be... No! This is a way of making the games even for betting, because not often will a massive favourite lose to an underdog. So they give the underdog some help to make the bets flow. Don't worry if you don't fully understand. What? My girlfriend didn't have a clue either, but that didn't stop us. At the start of the NFL season, I came up with the idea, what if I let Flora pick the outcomes of the games, and I would bet them? As she had no previous knowledge, I would ask her a question on something vaguely relating to the two teams who were playing and let her pick. However she answered is however we bet. I also created her a gambling alter ego. This is to make sure that the gambling gods know she is the real deal and lets us win more bets. Gamblers are synonymous with superstitions. She has been known as the gambling girlfriend, a cunning, masterful gambler with a no-holds-barred mentality. This is what all the other people who sell their picks do. They pretend to have big mansions and drive fancy cars, making you believe it's possible. So that's what I did to my girlfriend. When we started the gambling girlfriend before the first game of the season, I didn't know how successful her picks would be and how much pressure she would feel deciding if we won or lost. The first game of the season was the Dallas Cowboys versus the previous champions, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, on the 10th of September. So I asked her the question, who would win in a fight, a pirate or a cowboy? This was her answer.
Cowboy.
And we were off and running. The Dallas Cowboys +8 winner. That was our regime. Ask the gambling girlfriend a question that represents the two teams. Make an Instagram reel before the game so that everyone could see her pick. Bet the game. Repeat. She bet each Thursday night, each Sunday night, and each Monday night game for 16 weeks. A good gambler has a good year if they win 54% of their bets. An unbelievable year is 60% wins. At this point, the gambling girlfriend had done the rounds of my friend group, who were interested in American football. They were excited to see how the girlfriend was going to pick, and then seeing how the game played out. Also, the girlfriend never watched any of the games, so she can't even say that she had adjusted her picks to how teams were doing throughout the season. In the first 6 games, she went 3-3. Not a bad start. She was just getting her sea legs. In her first 15 games, she was 9 wins and 6 losses. This is incredible. 60% win rate. Gamblers dream of this. I thought that she was going to take this to the moon, and I could see the fancy cars and houses, all from asking my girlfriend silly questions. Unfortunately for us, we came crashing back down to earth.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
Even very successful gamblers have losing streaks. It's surviving these streaks and not trying to win back your losses which make a disciplined sports bettor. At one point during the season, the gambling girlfriend had lost 8 games in a row, but she didn't stop firing. Some way through the season, I had realised that the Thursday night games were winning and winning and winning.
Winning. Wow, winning. Winning.
In fact, she won the first 6 Thursday night games in a row. This led to developing her character and giving her a nickname. How I came up with the nickname was simple really. It had to link to Thursday nights, money, and being on fire. Do you see any of the links? Have you ever heard of Witherspoons? This is a chain pub in the UK, and you know what night it is on a Thursday night? Curry night. So she became Curry night because she was on fire on Thursday nights. Thank you. The questions got stranger and stranger, and the Instagram reels kept coming. The gambling girlfriend is back. People loved it. We introduced different games of the year. There was a half your money back gamble game, as we had went to a special lunch which had cost a small fortune. How else do you make half your money back? You win it. There was a which is more annoying game of the year. Let the Chiefs be the sink, Chargers be the bath. What's more annoying, the sink or the bath?
Sink.
Each episode was anticipated by many and brought a lighter side to the sports gambling world. You didn't watch to find out her team. You came to find out what the question was and how you thought she would answer. So the 3 main questions I hear you asking. What was her record? How popular was she? And are there any more picks? Record. There are 50 episodes out on my Instagram for the gambling girlfriend. As of right now, she has 25 wins out of 50. And she was 12 wins and 4 losses on Thursday night. Curry night. This is pretty good for someone who knows nothing about the sport or has much interest in the sport anyway. Compare this to people who watch the sport all the time and bet on it all the time, like the Barstool Sports advisors, who had this percentage of winning throughout the year. The gambling girlfriend has a 50% win rate. So how popular was she? Each reel varied in views. Some reached the hundreds, others made it past the 1,000 plays on Instagram. From her 50 episodes, she has generated over 52,000 plays on reels. Pretty amazing considering it wasn't on my timeline, and compare this to my podcast and YouTube channel, it dwarfs them in views. Also, compare this to other gambling accounts on Instagram, and she definitely is the most watched American football picks advisor in Scotland, maybe the UK. What a rags to riches story. But finally, are there any more picks? Well, it just so happens that the biggest game of the season is coming up, the Super Bowl. So let's find out what she wants. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. Subscribe to make sure that you don't miss out on any future episodes. I've got 53 subscribers, so let's see what that gets to in the future. Thanks. Peace. The gambling girlfriend is back.